First day of the show, let's do it!
On the backside of this, however, you're going to get to meet the two teams here in Copenhagen.
At this point, I'm in my starting position, waiting for the director to cue me. The opening is very choreographed, so we all know exactly what to do. I start with the camera pointed to my left, so I can walk forward on this first shot. I see the tally light up, the small red light above my monitor that lets me know when I'm live. I walk forward and keep the screen centered. As I see it cut away, I know I'm safe to quickly get to my next position. I don't have much time, so I zoom in to focus on the floor, where they will be standing, and I wait for it to cut to me. I walk forward and pass by the player. On the cut, I reset my position and rinse and repeat. You can see sometimes I pan with the camera and sometimes I pan with my body, where I start walking forward and end up walking backwards. I wasn't sure which one I liked better yet, but they both work. Spoiler, it was the body pan. After this cut, I have a bit of time to go over to the players and grab an over-the-shoulder shot and prepare for the coach to walk towards me. As it cuts, I walk forward and pan the camera, hinging on the coach, and walk far enough out to be able to see the whole team, but I'm careful not to trip on any of the lights that are at my feet. At this point, it's no longer choreographed, we just have to follow the action. Since they went in for a huddle, I grab that shot and drift around with it. The director can cut to me at any moment, so I need to be showing him the shot I have, and keeping the footage usable in case he cuts to me at random. When it cuts to me, I follow along with the action.
But I don't think they've lost a very first Premier match in international event ever.
On the cut, I know I have a little time to prepare for another shot. I figured it was a good time for a low, medium shot walk by of all the players. I quickly check my focus and prepare to walk forward as the director cues me.
Because I know I've never been able to overcome that man on the other.
Again, Doug, I think you made a great point of it doesn't really tell us anything when it comes to DRX.
As I'm walking, I see that the computer monitor is blocking his face, so I raise the camera to see as much of him as possible. These monitors are really a nuisance to shoot around. The shot cuts, so I find some other shot to do. How about a pull from the mouse to reveal the player? I check my focus a bunch of times because it's vital on this kind of shot. I'm zoomed all the way in.
Well, it's looking like the final, the one you just mentioned that they ran before. With the not with the exception, it's pretty much exactly the same composition we expect.
Once he moves his hand away, I know that the shot is a bust, so I frame him instead, since I know the chances are that they're going to be cutting to me soon. Ironically, the other Steady was thinking of the exact same shot as me. I can hear the director ask the other Steady to do a long, wide walk-in shot to get the game going, so I move out of the way so I'm not in the shot. And I know the game's about to start, so I head over to my dock and I take a break.
So, yesterday was the first show day, as you know, and it was 3 different shows, each one of them being between 2 and 3 hours, and that was extremely exhausting. It is a lot of Steadicam work all day, and even though I'm not wearing the rig the entire time, there's a lot to it. It's extremely exhausting. I got back to the room about 1 in the morning, so there was no way I was going to shoot one of these videos, but it was still a lot of fun and just a lot of work. Today, I actually have no idea what we're doing, so I'm going to find out. Oh, some exciting news though, maybe not so much for you guys, but I got approval to make this video yesterday, so this isn't all just a waste of time making this, so that's really exciting for me. So let's find out what we do today. Let's go to work.
If you're curious what I'm doing most of the show, this is it. For the most part, I'm sitting near my dock and looking at my phone. I can hear on the intercom lots of things going on, but few of them have to do with me. But you do have to partially listen, because occasionally you'll hear something that you need to shoot. In this case, I hear timeout Team A. So I get up as quickly as I can, and I get an interesting position to reveal Team A. Normally a wide shot, so you can see the screens change in the background. Then we are free to shoot around, getting interesting shots as long as the timeout lasts. These breaks can be very short, only 30 seconds or so, or very long. Let's say if there's a problem with one of the computers and they need to figure it out. I stick to this side for all of my shots, and the other steady sticks to the other team. There's also a handheld that switches back and forth based on what's going on. These breaks normally end with a wide shot that pushes into the screen, and then transitions into the game. And then I can go back and dock.
So yesterday was not so bad. We had 2 shows, and 2 shows is really like the reasonable number of shows to be doing in a day. They were 3 hours, so saying that, we have 3 today, so it's going to be a really late night. As for things that happened yesterday, there were a few errors with like dropouts from the wireless signal that we had to get fixed during the shows, but nothing really serious. I got my return monitor yesterday, so that's exciting. So now I can see and hear the show. It makes my job a lot easier. Plus I can see what's going on in the game, which is like a lot more fun because I can't tell what's going on while I'm just watching the players. And I got my $150 laundry done, so let's do a $150 laundry unboxing. It's fancy like a steak. Anybody surprised? It's all black.
So they added numbers into all of my clothes. Why did they do that? And they're like permanent. They don't come off. What the hell? Stupid. Before the show, let's take a look at the other Steadicam ops rig. This is Mike Germann's rig. He's the real deal, shooting the Olympics, the Super Bowl, and a million other awesome shows. And he's also an all-around great guy. This is one of his rigs. He has a few, but I think they're all pretty similar. The sled is a GPI Pro Cine Live, and it has a Tiffin M2 volt conversion, so he can have a volt on it. It is possible to have the volt fitted to a Pro gimbal, but that brings along issues with who takes responsibility for fixing it, so I think it's the right way to do it. The monitor is a 6-inch Transvideo, and he uses the Transvideo Starlight for his return monitor. On the bottom stage, he has a view back zip tied to the bottom in a similar way to mine. He's using batteries provided by the house to power everything, which involves using a converter to a converter, which is why the batteries look so big. His arm is a GPI Pro Titan arm with 4 blue canisters installed, and he also uses a Pro vest, but he's probably wearing it right now. And the camera build is very similar to mine.
Three is too many, but only 2 today. Not that much happened yesterday, so not really much to talk about. One of my Insta360s died, so that's sad. She had a good life. It's let's take a moment to remember. Anyway, we have 2 shows today, which is good, but they have the B-roll, which is a lot of work for me to do. I'll try to get some BTS footage of that. I do have another Insta360, so at least I will still be getting footage of that. Anything else to talk about? I haven't been able to call home in a long time, like probably 4 or 5 days. So I am starting to miss my fiance and my cats. I just don't know when I'm going to be able to call home, so it's just sort of sad. She has a real job with real hours, so I can't just call in the middle of the night. It is a 9-hour time difference. So let's go do those 2 shows.
Ready to go?
Yeah! 2, 1, turn around! Great. Next up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next up, action. Yeah! Let's go! Beautiful. Point to the logo. Yes, beautiful. Now I'm going to give you 3, 2, 1. I want 2 hands through the hair. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, action. Yes! Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! Yes! I love it. All right, so looking hard in the camera in 3, 2, 1. Look hard in the camera. And now give him a smile. 1, point to the logo. Number 1, baby. In 3, 2, 1. Step, step, step. Hands on hips. Copy that. Red, let me know when.
I'm ready.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, action. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, right here. Exactly. Perfect. And let's...
We got out early tonight. Well, 10:30. But we had to skip dinner to do it. So I stole some food from Crafty. So I'm gonna eat. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I actually got sleep last night. Yesterday was actually quite easy. The shows were pretty much as short as they could possibly be, so the day really flew by. I mean, it was still like 9 or 10 hours, but it didn't feel like it was. Today we go in a little bit later, so I'm going to take care of some stuff that's been bothering me.
This is a surprise. My girlfriend sent me flowers. Now, what do I put these in? Water bottle,
Pretty thin cap.
Kind of need that. again. It's a little small. Huh. Yes, it worked. I love it. Also, like, what are these?
So yesterday was really quite easy. When I first arrived, I was going to do my shot with the coffee cup, and I walk over to my rig with the cover on it, and I saw that there was another rig right next to mine, and I thought, oh my god, they took the camera off of my rig. And I don't know why they would do that. Maybe there was some issue with the camera or something, and it just freaked me out. But then I noticed that it wasn't my rig, and I knew that it wasn't the other operator's rig, so I thought, oh my god, I'm getting replaced. This is the new guy. They want me to take the camera off my rig and give it to him, and this is how they're going to tell me. But I did figure out who the Steadicam op was. He was just sitting next to it, and I talked to him for a little while, and he was just with a different group, with like BTS of the show. It had nothing to do with us, but it just freaked me out. Other than that, the show was really not that hard yesterday. We did 2 shows, and they were as short as they could possibly be, about 2 hours. And it's just not that hard. We're all working together really well now, and things are flowing easily. We know what the director wants, so he doesn't even necessarily need to ask for them anymore. I know where the other Steadicam is going to be. I know where the handheld guy is going to be, and it's pretty easy. So we worked, that was 4 hours on the show. We got out at 10 p.m., which was sunset here, and we decided all the camera crew to go up to the bar on the roof of the hotel and watch the sunset, which was really cool, really expensive, but a lot of fun. Today we have 2 shows, so I guess I'll get ready for that. Maybe they'll be short shows. I have no idea. Let's do it. Yesterday we did 2 shows. There's really not that much to report. The shows are getting easier, the crew's working together really well, and stuff is just not breaking down as much. They did forget to feed us yesterday. They forgot to cut us for dinner, and the kitchen had closed at that point, so they bought us pizza. So I got to eat food in the rig, or at least in ready position, which looks a little bit awkward. It's not the most comfortable, but I was happy to have the food. Me and John, one of the handheld operators, are going to try to walk to work today. It's like an hour-long walk, but he says that it's really pretty, so I'm excited to see it. And with that, let's montage.
We're hoping this isn't creamer, we don't know. We're not certain it is coffee. It might be creamer. It has energy in it. It would be good in a coffee. It's more like a chocolate milk.
So all these days have been pretty similar. It's getting hard to tell which day is different. They're just super repetitive and basically the same thing every day. When I got to work yesterday, I went to balance the rig like I do every day, and I noticed that there is a small click in my gimbal. It seems like there's something going on with the motor and the volt, but whenever I get to a certain point, you can feel it kind of like moves faster. I took a video of it, but I don't know if you can see it at all. It's kind of more of a thing that you feel. I don't have much of a way to fix it, and it doesn't happen unless I'm pointed, like if I was aiming at the ceiling behind me, then it would happen. So I'm just gonna ignore it until I get back home, and then I'll send it to Tiffin to look at that. Also yesterday, one of the teams got caught with COVID, so 3 of the 5 players and their coach weren't allowed into the building. They had to do their video from the hotel and live stream in, so only 2 players were on the set. Now, to me, I mean, they must have passed the COVID test, but to me, I'm a little nervous, so I shot everything from as far away as I could, just full zoom on every shot. And that allowed me to be a bit creative, which was fun because, like I said, the days are super repetitive. I'm getting sick of doing the same shots over and over again. So it gave me an opportunity to be creative again. So for the rest of the day, I started doing just kind of weird shots that I thought would be fun and interesting, and the director really liked it. So I'm glad that I can be creative and try new things, and it is actually working for my benefit. So I'm just trying to make a thing that is super repetitive a little bit more fun for me to do. The set for the finals is coming along really cool. It is humongous, and I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I know there's a techno crane coming in today. I saw a bunch of pedestal cameras being set up, so I'm excited to see what the set is like. It gets bigger every single day. They're building it at night, so I don't see it get built during it, but every time in the morning I come in, I see it like different every morning. They're putting in a lot of work into it every night. So excited to be shooting on the big set when that comes. And I think we have rehearsals for that coming up soon. I have no idea. But today we have 2 more shows to do, so let's get to it. Got the call sheet last night. I have off today. So yesterday we did 2 shows. One of them was really exciting until the very last second, even though that meant we had to stay a little bit later. After the shows were done, we had to move our gear to a different area because they're going to be taking down the set that we were on to use the parts of it for the next way larger set. Also, I did a bunch of paperwork today because they have signed me up for the next show in Istanbul, and I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a month in Istanbul, and if you like this video, I'll make a video about that one too, so let me know. So I'm going to make the most of this time I have off, so let's go explore the city. I walk in close to them. They're celebrating. I boom down the arm and snap. My arm snaps.